We're back on Get Up, and with as much as everything is fluctuating around the NFL, let's take a look at the odds right now to win the whole thing. Kansas City, once upon a time, was 3-4.
Yeah.
They're now back on top as the favorites to win the whole thing, followed by Green Bay and Tampa Bay. We've gone over the issues with the injuries that Tampa has had. You see New England on that list. They just lost a tough game against Indianapolis. You see Buffalo on there. The Rams, maybe we liked what we saw from them last week. We'll see what we see from them tonight. So the question is, Domonique Foxworth, are we buying Kansas City right now as the favorite to win the whole thing?
I mean, I still got to lean towards Green Bay. I certainly could see Kansas City getting to the Super Bowl easily because the AFC is not as challenging, I would think, than NFC is right now. But I have a hard time picking against Green Bay considering that they've been so good without a couple of all pros and cornerback and tackle. When they get those guys back, Jair Alexander and Bakhtiari, like this team takes us another step to another level. And obviously they have a quarterback. Both these teams have all-time great quarterbacks, but only one team has a quarterback that's been playing at an all-time great level all season. And I expect that to continue in Aaron Rodgers. So I got Green Bay more likely to win the Super Bowl right now than I do with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, who would have thought, Marcus, that we'd be having a conversation in which the idea that the quarterback you have less confidence in, no matter who you're comparing him to, is Patrick Mahomes. But that, I think that is, it's a perfectly reasonable thing to say based on what we've seen. Swagoo, does Mahomes have to be better than he's been for the Chiefs to make it to the Super Bowl, as Vegas is now suggesting they will?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely he does. And it seems like it's starting to kind of hit that stride and figuring things out. The patience of the Kansas City Chiefs offense has paid big dividends for them. It's allowed them to now become explosive. Travis Kelce has started to go. He was not playing at his high level either early in the season. I know we look at Mahomes, and he is obviously the guy that we're going to focus on. But when you look at this Chiefs team right now, and you come away with the last 2 weeks of the performances that they put together, this team they are getting there. It's becoming one of those, oh, Lord, here they go. And defense actually has led the charge, which should give them more confidence than they had actually going into the playoffs.
It's a strange season when Kansas City and Dallas are being led by their defense. If we had been talking about that in July and August, Jeff would have called us all high. All right, so let's ask the question. Put the pick bars up there. Chiefs or Packers? Who you got to make the Super Bowl? The one, but not both. Dan Graziano, Chiefs or Packers to make the Super Bowl?
I'm right there with Domonique. I think I have to go with the Chiefs just because their road doesn't look as challenging as Green Bay's, right? They don't have a Tampa Bay in their way, a Dallas. AFC looks a little more gettable. Still like Green Bay coming out of the NFC, but if the question is which one's more likely, I go with the Chiefs and the easier path.
Nick, you already touched on this. You're taking Green Bay here?
Well, you with me, Graz.
Yeah, you're not with me, Graz. You're not with me because I'm going with Green Bay. I'd rather bet on a team than bet against a bunch of other teams. And I think the way that Green Bay is playing, despite not blowing out the Ravens in the way that they probably should have last week, I think that they're going to play better going into the AFC. And the Bucs aren't going to be the Bucs of old.
The Bucs have injuries. That could change some things here. Jeff, who you got? Chiefs, Packers?
I'm actually going Packers here, and for the exact opposite reasons of Dan here. I think they're going to have a tough road. Listen, the Patriots, the Colts, the Tennessee Titans, if Derrick Henry comes back, as well as y'all think the defense of the Kansas City Chiefs is playing, all three of those teams will not be a matchup plus for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just letting you know, it is a tougher road than people think. The AFC, they've done nothing to separate themselves really from any other team in the AFC other than their defense has played better than we thought. When you get into to playoff football, coaching matters, physicality matters. I'm not sure that I think it's as easy as everybody thinks for the Chiefs to walk that dance back to the Super Bowl.
Swagoo, fill out the screen.
I'm going Chiefs, man. What number is this they own? 7 or 8 straight that they've won?
7.
7 straight. Like this team, look. First of all, championship pedigree. That's number one. I'm not dismissing that. The Kansas City Chiefs have been there. And if you betting on damn Carson Wentz, Jeff Saturday, you are high. If you think it better be Jonathan Taylor rushing for 300 every game in the playoffs. And then when I look at Buffalo, I don't think Buffalo line of scrimmage is really good, fellas. No. We've been kind of teetering around that. To me, when you get to the playoffs, and y'all know this, it really boils down to the teams that can be dominant up front. And it seems Kansas City is the team right now showing the most consistency in the AFC in that regard. And you got to believe Patrick Mahomes is going to be ready for the moment.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.